Hi, and welcome to Hit the Bar, the Shrimps fans panel. Tonight we have a very special international edition. We welcome back Paul and Freddie, and our special guest tonight, Vanya, and his dad Taras. Taras doesn't want to speak, but we might just drag him in a little bit later. We'll talk a bit more to you specifically, Vanya, later on, but first of all, we have to look at that game against Gillingham. And Freddie, how the heck did we lose that one?
Yeah.
We know how we lost it, but it was one that we should really have won.
Yeah, no, I thought second half we were really good. Controlled the game actually. Didn't give them many chances that second half. First half, I thought we were a bit slow. They seemed to be first to the ball most of the time. I think poor Archie. I think he did cost us, but it doesn't take anything away from how good he's been over a spell so far. I think he's saved us points. So dare I say it, I think he's due a mistake.
Yeah.
We can let him off with that one.
Yeah, Jed Brannan after the Salford game, Vanya, he was really disappointed with that performance and he wanted a reaction from the players. Do you think the Morecambe players gave him a reaction?
Not really, because we played, as Freddie said, well, but we had chances, but we wasn't been able to convert these chances. And I think these two mistakes from Mayer cost us a game. I think we just need to be more clinical at the last half of the pitch and just be more attacking side. Yeah, we attack a lot, but also had a lot of space in our middle field, in our defense, and maybe their second goal was their player just was running a lot with the ball and no one was going to this player.
Yeah. Even though it was a great shot, Archie misjudged it a bit. But you say he could have been closed down a bit.
Yeah, he just ran. No one was near him, and it's. I think we can see such situations a lot under the Jet, to be honest, because don't know why, but he likes to give opposite team a lot of space in our box.
Yeah. Was it something, Paul, that should worry us at all, that performance? We're going into a very busy couple of games over Easter. Are you worried by that performance, or did some of it please you?
Jed Brannan was saying at the end, like we should have won it, but he said it was too hard to swallow the thing, but like we need to start closing players out, stop them from scoring.
Yeah, but I mean, going into the games with Accrington and with Barrow, two local derbies, did you see signs in the Gillingham game that our form is starting to return or not?
I think it reminded Gillingham were a good side, but with the wind and the weather conditions, I think we could bounce back against.
It's Accrington first, isn't it? And then Barrow.
Yeah.
How about you, Freddie? Did it tell us anything, the Gillingham game, about what we can expect going forward?
It was definitely better than Salford.
Yeah.
That second half, I think that's got to be the game against Accrington and Barrow. But I think even though we got the first goal, I think we started the game too slow. I think we're doing that a bit too often. And if we give ourselves a chance in that first 20 minutes by just being more composed and organised, then I think we have a chance against Accrington.
And Vanya, I know you've followed Morecambe for a few years, and we'll go into that a little bit more later. But was that the first time you've seen Morecambe live?
I seen Morecambe live I follow in the last year in 2023 January until the last match of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think so.
Yes. Yeah.
So this was live by internet and now live like on the stadium.
Okay. And on Saturday, were there any players that particularly impressed you? Were there any players that you thought, could be an influence going forward? Who were you impressed with on Saturday?
I think Jordan Slew played well. Also, I think only he played well, to be honest. because our defense was not good, to be honest. We missed Faz a lot, and I don't think Stokes is so good like Faz, and
Yeah.
he too slow, and he just cannot have his man, cannot run with his man. So I think Tutonda starting to getting in his form like he was
Early.
versus Doncaster when he scored the goal.
Yeah.
But because he didn't play well last games, but this last game was maybe one of his best
Yeah.
since that games.
I mean, Charlie Brown got man of the match, and I thought when he was on the ball, he looked dangerous. Were you impressed with him at all?
Yeah, he is also a very good player. I don't understand why he didn't get the chance under the Derek. To be honest, he's a really good player, and I don't think we need to play him like a winger because Jet Garner is more like center forward, and we need to swap them. To Charlie be up front, and then Jet Garner try to him on the left.
Yeah.
On the right.
Did you see any sort of standout performances against Gillingham?
I thought Jordan Slew, like Van said, I thought he played really well, and he just had a great work rate. And I think that summed up how he's been in this second spell at Morecambe. He's just been steady, and you just know he's going to be there and doing a job. And I think maybe the consistency from some players, if it was matched to that of Jordan Slew, and I know some have got more ability in Slew, I think we would probably be in the playoffs. But that's what comes with young players, is they're a lot more up and down, and that's no fault of them. It's just the way Morecambe will always be, unfortunately.
Are you worried about the pitch at Accrington at all, Paul? Because it's not the greatest. We've had some, real horrible weather recently in the northwest.
The ground at Accrington, it could go potatoes. But tonight, according to the weather forecast, tomorrow is supposed to be raining, and then Friday's supposed to be dry. But I don't like the ground at Accrington. I think it's the worst ground in the Football League, and I think they've got the worst pitch in the Football League, like a farmer's field.
I think that's one of my worries. We've not played well on 4 pitches this season, but we don't want to make that an excuse, and I thought at Salford, I saw the heads dropping early on when they couldn't pass the ball the way we like to pass the ball. And we can't have that against Accrington because they'll roll us over. Is that a worry for you, Vanya?
I think we don't think so. We just need to be more concentrated on the ball, on the passes, because it's cost us a lot this season. Because we just can't be so concentrated on these passes. We just pass ball to nowhere because not really everyone understand what they need, where they need to be. And I think we need to be more. We need to be with better chemistry of the players, because to be honest, I don't think we played well these games. But as you said, we didn't play it well at the worst grounds. But I think we played well versus Bradford and in their ground. We played well at this ground. So I think we have an experience at such grounds, and we need to convert our chances at such grounds, and need to be more patient and more accurate with the ball, I think.
So are you going into the Easter weekend with confidence, Freddie, or not? It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because
I think
our form has been so up and down recently.
I think it's either out of 2 games at 0 points or we get 6. I can't see. I can't see it in between. But you never know, do you, with Morecambe? And I think Jed, there's been times when I think, where we're going, and then he's just got, he's just found a run of form. Time again, and that's what's happened this season.
It's 4 defeats on the row, but they've not been the same types of games, have they? There's been reasons for the defeats. The Salford one is the only one that I can look at and say that was a really poor display. The rest, there's been good things to see in them, hasn't there?
I think if you tighten up the defence, I think the forward line is doing its job and has served that job, maybe apart from the Salford game. And that's my concern is the defence and being composed and organised. I think we can definitely seem to improve on. But
We've talked about the Accrington game coming up. Then we've shortly after that we've got Barrow. That should be a really good home atmosphere, and we're looking for revenge in that one, aren't we?
Yeah, but don't forget, Mr. Cooper, they've got Colstockton.
They have got Colstockton, and that would be ironic, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Can you see him causing us problems?
I can. Because he's scoring in some games, and I think we need to break his legs.
Steady on.
Sorry.
We
need
can't
to.
say that.
No, sorry.
We don't, by the way.
No, sorry, Mark. We need to get him injured. What I'm trying to say, Glenn.
No, we can't be doing that. We need to mark him tightly, is what you're trying to say, isn't it, Paul? Yeah.
I do apologise.
Freddie, do you see that being an issue for us? Or can we get too wound up with him? Stockton?
Yeah, I think it'll be an issue. We know what he can do. He'll be up for it. You know he will. And yeah, I'm worried about Stockton, especially with our defence. And you could mark him well all game. And he gets 1 second and he just has a shot and it's in. So he's in great form and he's a form player. So that's a worry.
Are you still around for these games, Vanya? Will you still be in the country? Yeah.
Yeah, I will be at Accrington and at Barrow. So
Brilliant.
yeah,
Okay.
and I think Stockton will score 2 goals versus us.
No, don't say that. We can't have that.
He scored, I think, 5 goals in 11 games. So
Okay.
he
So
will,
you see him scoring 2, so we're going to win 5-2, are we? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he will be really motivated to play versus us because it's his old club and he will be really wanted to score some goals versus us.
Look, you see the crowd being over 4.5 because I think a lot will come from.
Well, they've already. I think they've pretty much sold out theirs and looking for extras from what I can see. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
It could end up the biggest crowd of the
but
season.
we need,
even bigger than Wrexham.
we need to keep an eye on Stockton, mark him.
Just one thing I want to touch on before we speak more to Vanya. We've offered contracts to several players, and we've only heard so far of Charlie Brown signing one. Is that a worry for you at this stage of the season, or do you think it's natural that players are just taking their time a little bit?
I think it's, to be honest, a sign of good recruitment in the first place. That because I think pretty sure Jed said Joel got offered a contract. That they're doing that well that they probably will get offers elsewhere.
Yeah.
And I think that's a credit to Greg Strong. And now I know he's left, but I think we just Morecambe every year. You just get a different 11, maybe you get 4 or 3, and that's just the nature of Morecambe.
Yeah.
The nature it's been.
So nothing to really be concerned about at this stage.
No.
Right, okay. Vanya, you've been following Morecambe from a distance for a while. How did that start? How did that come about?
So I tell this story a lot already, and in 2017 I saw one match. I don't know why it was broadcasting, to be honest. It was versus Preston or versus Blackpool.
Preston.
Yeah, when we lost 4-2 or 4-3.
And were you in the Ukraine then? Because I know you've moved from the Ukraine to Poland to live for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But you were still in the Ukraine then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I was in Ukraine, so saw this match somehow on the TV, and just don't know why, but I loved this club after this match because some spirit in this club, something like this, and just after this match, I love this club.
Because we do have a lot of fans from abroad. A lot of them started following Morecambe via Football Manager and video games and stuff, and they liked the fact that it was a shrimp badge and a small thing that they could bring up. That wasn't the case for you, though.
But no, when I read the history of Morecambe, I just saw that it's quite. I think the one reason is that the club from the lower divisions is something interesting, not like Manchester United, Manchester City, not played like this. So and that we never been relegated.
At that
Before.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite unique. And when Kevin Ellison was the slowest player on the FIFA, it also was.
With the Zimmer frame, did you see that
Yeah.
video? Yeah.
So it was like, no decisions was like, why I love this club.
Yeah.
Some forgot this word.
It persuaded you to
Yeah,
join
yeah.
the club, it encouraged you to do it, yeah. And do you follow via like iFollow or anything like that, the videos? How do you get to watch Morecambe?
So before the January of 2023, I was just follow Morecambe on Google.
Okay.
I found out about website only in 2021. Don't know why didn't find out about this earlier. Yeah, so before 2021, I just was followed by Google and even not YouTube, to be honest, because I didn't know that they have YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I think after maybe I was starting watching Morecambe on iFollow replays only on the winter of 2022, I think,
Okay.
before the Tottenham match. And I think Tottenham match was the first match I watched live on TV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And we almost win.
That almost, yeah. Well, Tottenham is my other team.
Yeah.
That's the team that I follow, the sort of bigger team that I follow. So yeah, that was a fantastic day out, and Morecambe were very, very good that
Yeah.
day, and could have caused a real surprise.
Yeah, if
couldn't
not
they?
these mistakes from Ryan McLaughlin, I think we was able to at least extra time.
And maybe get a replay back up to Morecambe.
Yeah, so it's
So how have you found it coming to Morecambe and going watching the games? Have people welcomed you? Have people been good with you?
yeah, absolutely. I met my friends, Freddie, my first ever English friend. I think so. It's been quite good so far because this atmosphere on the match was really good, and a lot of people saw that I come into the England on Twitter. They was really happy.
Good.
Even Morecambe official Twitter account tweeted that they are looking forward to meet me at Mazuma. So
Brilliant.
I think even more.
That must be really nice for you.
Absolutely.
Well, if you thought the atmosphere was good in the Gillingham game, the atmosphere is going to be brilliant at the Barrow game. You really
Absolutely.
look forward to that. All right. Nice to speak to you. So that was our international edition. Thanks for joining us, and we'll speak to you again next week where we'll report on Freddie said it, there's going to be 2 fantastic victories. See you next time.